Welcome everybody, I'm Paz and this is a Gunner Down Under channel, here to give you the confirmed lineups for this huge blockbuster game against Manchester United away at Old Trafford. Here we go. Released lineups as of 8 minutes ago. Manchester United have decided to start Anthony, their brand new record-breaking signing, for $100 million. They're going to be starting him out wide on the right in his preferred position. They're going to stick with Rashford up front with Ronaldo to start on bench again. Obviously, it was hard to believe they were going to drop Sancho after the form he's been in. He's been their main threat as of lately. So I understand his decision to stick with that. They've gone with Bruno as well as the number 10. And they've kept Eriksen, but instead of starting Casemiro, as most people were predicting they were going to, McTominay's actually kept his spot in the lineup as a centre defensive midfielder. They've also decided to stick with Malacia on the left-back position. Lissandro Martinez left centre-back, Varane right centre-back, and Dalot right-back. They've also stuck with David De Gea in goals now. In my opinion, I'm a little bit more at ease seeing them stick with the lineup from last week. I didn't see them making much of a threat going forward. I think they got it quite lucky with their one goal that they did score. Even though they do have dangerous players, it seemed like they struggled quite a little bit against Leicester's defence, which has been their bottom of the table for a reason. So understand them keeping their back line. Obviously, they've only copped one goal in 3 games. They're obviously not going to, you wouldn't think they're going to make much changes in that area. So I think Malacia, but the only thing I think Malacia's, I'm not sure how he's going to go with handling the pressure of such a big fixture at this time, especially having to go up against Bukayo Saka, even though he hasn't been in the best form lately. I think he's still going to be a handful for young Malacia to be able to handle. So I'm actually excited based on their lineup. I thought they would have went with Ronaldo up top to give him that little bit more of experience in a fixture like this. They've obviously, it seems like he's gone with the more safe option rather than try. I don't think he's seen this as a game to start trying a new system and trying to bring new players into the squad for a fixture like this, apart from Anthony, which I don't know. I actually found it hard to believe when I seen that he was starting. So it should be good to see how he goes in the Premier League and if he merits the price tag. Now, let's go through Arsenal's lineup. Okay, a lot of excitement as well for our lineup, as you can see. During the week, a lot of people were saying that Odegaard looked very sceptical to play. So did Zinchenko, being out for injury for the last game or two. And as we all seen, Ramsdale took an injury during the game, but I kind of felt that he was going to start the game still, because if he was that injured, he wouldn't have continued to play the rest of our game the other day. All right, so we're going to start Zinchenko in the left back, Gabriel left centre back. Obviously, our best option as a left centre back at the moment, even though I do think he has a mistake in him in a game like this, as we've seen through the games with a bit of pressure on him. He seems like he's got a bit of a mistake in him here and there. Could be costly. Gone with William Saliba as a right centre back. And we've stuck with Ben White as a right back, which I think is probably our safest option. He's been our right back since the start of the season, even though Tomiyasu's obviously returned from injury off the bench last week for Ben White. A lot of people thought maybe Ben White picked up a niggle during the game. Not sure if he did, but it looks like he's back in the lineup, and I'm pretty confident about that. big test here for Albert Sambi Lokonga again. I think he put on a very, very good performance last week against Aston Villa. Being or not having as much experience as obviously the rest of our main squad, he actually handled himself quite well. Very good on the ball. Kind of stayed away from the troubled areas when he had the ball, always playing the safe option, but always looking to play that ball forward as well, which is what I like. And it's what I see different in him compared to the likes of El Neni. If we had to put El Neni in as cover for Partey, usually I kind of get a bit skeptical on that because he tends to not want to play the ball as forward as much. He just likes to play the safe option. Left centre mid, we've gone with Granit Xhaka, in my opinion. Another great selection there, because I think we're seeing a lot more from him this season in that area, because especially with Zinchenko playing on the left behind him, kind of when Zinchenko gets forward, he kind of cuts into that number 8 position and gives Granit Xhaka that permission to move a bit forward and get more involved going forward. So I'm pretty excited about him starting as well. Obviously, he's one of our most I'd say consistent players in our lineup. Odegaard, another player who was in question to start the game this week. A lot of people saying that he was injured. But it's good to see that he's starting, captain, leading by example last week and the week before. 2 of the best games I've seen him play, really, really running the show in the midfield. And he's one of our main pivot players to just connect all the dots with our front three going forward. Martinelli on the left, obviously with his goal last week, would have given him a lot of confidence, as I think he's been lacking in front of goal with that final finishing touch in front of goals. It's good that he's picked up a goal last week, so he'll be coming into this pretty confident. Bukayo Saka on the right wing again. Obviously, our only and best option in that area, in my eyes. Good to see him in the lineup. He has been a little bit down in confidence this season. Hasn't really picked up many numbers, but he has been contributing a lot. So this would be a very good fixture for him to be able to thrive in and maybe take that opportunity to take that step forward in his confidence and maybe get an assist or a goal. And obviously, that leaves us with Gabriel Jesus. No other option to start in a game like this. He's been, apart from Odegaard and Xhaka, in my opinion, he's been obviously our best player this season so far. Always just putting the back line under pressure, always involved in every attack, dropping to the left, dropping to the right, playing the ball back centre, then getting back onto the end of things. Now, I'm very, very excited about the confirmed lineups. Going to stick with my original prediction from yesterday. If you haven't seen my combined 11 with Edsy that we posted out yesterday, please head on over to Gunner Down Under. Give us a subscribe, comment, or like. Would really appreciate it. I'm going to stick with my original prediction score of 2-1 to the Arsenal. Like I said, I think we do have a mistake in us, as you've seen in our defence in the last 5 games. We haven't really copped many goals from us being poor, being able to get broken down from other teams we've played against. People would question, the teams that we've played against haven't been that good. So our defence hasn't really had much of a test yet. That being said, we're beating what's in front of us. The only goals that we've copped have been from individual errors, which were pretty much freak accidents. You had your Saliba own goal header. You had your Gabriel obviously being put under pressure by Saka's poor ball back into him in the defence, with Mitrovic snatching it off him. And then we had the goal off the corner, which is pretty much 1 in a million last week from Douglas Luiz. So it should be a very, very good game. Good luck to the Arsenals, and let's go, boys.